We know what the fuck is going on in those camps, and it has to stop.
Yeah!
Every one of our worst nightmares about what might be happening is happening. If it wasn't, they would let us see. What the fuck don't you want us to see?
We're paying for it.
We're paying for it. It seems like they want to turn half the world into a country club for the rich and the other half into prison labor camps for the poor. They want to charge innocent people with the oh-so-terrible crime of trying to survive. What they call inequality is caused by, or what they call crime is caused by inequality. Inequality is caused by pure greed. We have the resources for every single person to thrive free and happy. We have the technology to build any kind of infrastructure that we could dream up. The only thing holding us back is a bunch of sociopaths telling us what we can and can't do while they're doing whatever the fuck they want on our dime. And they're killing us in the process. What are we actually trying to do here? Are we building a civilized society that ensures we're all taken care of? Or is this every person for themselves? My whole life I've been led to believe that as a species, we have kind of a collective goal to eventually find peace. And I don't know if that's really true. I hope it is. I was also told my whole life that money is the root of all evil. That feels pretty true.
Yup.
And if so, why the hell do we continue to let the root of all evil dominate our lives? In order for us to actually move forward, we the people need to break free of the mentality that the government supports us and that corporations can be too big to fail. We do not depend on these entities. They depend on us.
Yes.
CEOs don't keep companies running. While they sit around their fancy boardrooms collecting billions of dollars and coming up with brilliant ways to micromanage their underpaid employees into complete and utter misery, it is those very employees who actually keep the wheels spinning.
Yes.
As well, the government doesn't make its own fucking money. They collect taxes from our paychecks. And then politicians who we hire to serve us are supposed to use that money, our money, for programs that help all of us. According to the Department of Housing and Urban Development, it would cost around $20 billion a year to end homelessness in the United States. Other studies estimate the cost of ending hunger in the U.S. at around another 20-ish billion a year. So for around 40 or 50 billion a year, we could end homelessness and hunger in the United States if we wanted to. Or rather, if the people that we hired wanted to. Trump's big bullshit bill grants $900 billion to the Pentagon. Do you know that place that's forever failing audits for unaccounted funds? They get $900 billion for a single year. On average, the U.S. defense budget for the past 5 years has been over $800 billion. How in the actual fuck can we spend $800 billion every year? Every year, $800 billion just on war. Those numbers are so astronomically unfathomable. They don't make sense. And yet, $50 billion a year to end homelessness and hunger, well, that's just too much to spend of our money. Because of course, being the root of all evil, money has paved the way for a bunch of selfish, greedy, immoral assholes to infiltrate our government with the intention of dismantling our democracy, because our democracy is in their way of maintaining this ancient caste system. They try to scare us into believing that this is the way things have to be by tossing around words that nobody seems to agree on the meanings of, like communism or socialism. As if all these isms are the only options that can ever be possible. And the craziest part is, if they could keep right on being as filthy rich as they wanted, without much of a struggle from us, if they would just balance things out enough to give people their basic fucking needs. But no, hoarding all the wealth is not even enough for them. They want complete control. So now they're abusing religion to uneducate, manipulate, and misinform people, to rewrite history, and twist our laws around to label everything they don't like and everything they fear as illicit and criminal. And my last question is for the police and military personnel out there. Why are you here? Are you here to protect the freedom of billionaires, to build more prisons, and buy more yachts? Or are you here to protect the freedoms of your families, friends, and neighbors? I don't know how many of you are actually familiar machine. But if you are, then you know some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. The majority of Americans on this land today are either immigrants, the descendants of immigrants, or the descendants of people who were forced